Yo, what's going on, boys? Another day, another W. We're back with the trade recaps and we're back hooking up on the markets, all right? Another banger. This is traded live in my Discord with all the boys on call. Um, and yeah, man, here's the trades. Obviously, you're gonna be confused at these executions here. So, first things first, P&L. All right, $2,259 across my accounts. We've clawed them all out of drawdown. I'm only 400 away from passing my eval of Traderify. And then these are out of drawdown now. So we're chilling in that aspect. Close to a payout on this account. I need to check if I can actually take it or not. Actually, no, I need to ride it up a bit more so I can take like 2K. But anyways, yeah, up $2,259 on the day. And we caught this internal, well, this is the higher time frame retracement, but we caught the internal sell model through here. So reasons behind the executions today was I filled in my entry here with two contracts where my long position tool is, and then I was like, that doesn't seem right. And then I checked out on my tool, if we do this and this, where was my fill? It's like here roughly. And it was only $280 risk, so I slapped on another contract. Once we tap back into this order block, do we have? Let's go bar replay real quick. Slapped on another contract once we tapped into this new bearish order block that we created on the 1 minute chart. I wanted to see that hold price. It didn't actually hold price, but nonetheless the setup played out. But anyways, high time frame bias. Let's go back to 9:30 open. All right, where we at? Here. All right, so bias coming into the day. I actually want to be bullish. Let's go over to my normal NQ chart because that's where my markups are. I actually want to be bullish. So reason behind that is because we're obviously trading at all-time high still. So I'm bullish until proven wrong, right? So we have this drawn buy side liquidity. This is all-time highs. Now, I said to the boys in the Discord, if I pull that up, let's pull that up real quick. Okay, wait, what the fuck is going on here? Said to everyone in the Discord, let's go to market outlook. Okay, so at all-time highs, I want to be bullish. Ideally, where market opens, we manipulate lower first, tapping into the 1 hour BISI. On top of that, we're going to be taking out sell-side liquidity, resting within that, and trading back into the discounted range. So I was looking for longs from there. So let's go back to the charts real quick if it wants to, my Mac wants to work. Let's go back here. So as you can see, we have this 1 hour bullish fair value gap here. On top of that, there's another one here further in discount. I wanted to see these gaps hold. So if we mark out equilibrium of this range, this is discount price range, and these hourly gaps sat within it. Now, if we zoom into a 15-minute chart, we have these stacked lows sat there. So it looked pretty clear to me that we want to do this. Come down, sweep these lows, tap into this hourly gap, maybe manipulate even lower. Then zoom into a 1 minute, and we find that internal model back higher. That was my plan of action coming into the day. Okay, we have London sell-side liquidity, and this is the higher time frame market structure shift below. So we can either do one of two things: we tap into this and we go higher, or we just displace through these, get a little higher time frame market structure shift, pull back, and we end up targeting lower, and that's exactly what we did today. So, anyways, let's zoom in to an even lower time frame here. Let's go through market open. We end up just dumping through this low. We have a high time frame market structure shift, clear displacement. Once I'm seeing this, I'm not sucked into a 1 minute chart and getting chopped up, you know, because this is where things go wrong. And let me go over something with you here. I said this to a guy in my Discord that when it comes to this model, we're using a shift and a gap. It's so easy to fall into a lower time frame and pattern trade it, pretty much. So we've taken out London lows, and then look what happens. We get a market structure shift, label that, and a fair value gap to go long off. And I said while this was occurring, I said I wanted to see this setup fail. This is a pattern trade. We've displaced so hard. It's so risky to, like, you know, long this and just do that. But if you try and trade this model and you pattern trade it, you're going to get cooked. And in my opinion, this is a pattern trade without any context behind it. So you could see this, and then we see all these lows stacked up here. So there is reasons for market to go higher in a sense. We come down, we start getting reaction, we start delivering higher, and then you're like, yeah, this trade's playing out, and then we end up just getting stopped. So if we zoom out though, let's go to a 50-minute chart. Look at this. Well, this just becomes market structure shift. And then this is the 15-minute fair value gap. So look at that. This is just a higher time frame model, right? So we've taken out buy side liquidity. If we look at ES, it's just clean displacement back into the range after delivering from all-time highs. We've displaced hard back into the range. We have a new week opening gap resting below. If we zoom out to a daily chart, we have a new week opening gap resting below here. Let's just, oh god. So low time frame, we got reasons to go higher. Higher time frame, it's clear that there's reasons to go lower. And what are you going to trust, right? You're going to trust a higher time frame. Even on the 4 hour, we're delivering out this 4 hour fair value gap, but I didn't give a shit. Look at this structure internally, 15-minute chart, middle time frames. This is just the 2022 model on a higher time frame context, right? So we tap into this 15-minute gap. Take out this internal high. At this point, I was like, this looks clean. I was saying to the boys in the Discord, I was like, if we get some clear displacement here, this is our shift point because this is our swing low. Oh shit. Alright, or you could even use this low if you want to be more picky. But I said, if we can get some clean displacement here, I'm definitely taking this long, this short. So we start chopping around, then bang. Real crisp displacement there. This is obvious to me that we want to come lower. Mark out this 1 minute gap. At this point, I'm also looking at ES. Because if ES taps into the gap, I'm going to take it on NQ. And we actually tapped into it early, so my initial entry, like I said, was like here, top tick of this candle pretty much. Stops here. Alright, then I'm looking for that next draw lower. It's this. It's hourly sell side liquidity. And then we have this further drawdown here, which I tried to hold a runner to. Reason I held a runner on this trade, I would normally just take all my profits out at this sell side liquidity pool here. Hold on, let's just go back to this. I would normally just take off all my contracts at that sell side liquidity. It's a 2R, you know, like it's a good target. However, let's mark out standard deviation from the swing high to the swing low. Lines up crisp, even if you did it from like this low. Oh shit, like this swing low. I mean, -4 lines up with new week opening gap, but bang smack in the middle. So I was like, that is a great draw on liquidity. Let's go for it. Maybe next time I'll just take the easy draw, but yeah, we tapped in short. I see this order block. I add another contract because I'm not in with enough risk. We end up coming up to the upside. Now again, people are probably going to try and long this because there's a bullish SMT in place. Wait, what was it? Yeah, here. There's a bullish SMT here. Displacement, long off that gap, but again, no context behind it. What we actually did in this scenario was ES ended up taking out this internal high over here. Alright. So now, again, bearish SMT. With context. I know there's a bullish SMT here, but that doesn't mean nothing if there's no context there. This bearish SMT I like because I've got all this bearish price action behind me. Alright, letting price play out again. Same thing again. Market structure shift. We've opened up a new 1 minute gap. So at this point, what do we expect? Price to retrace and come lower, potentially. So I want to see this high stay protected. I've trailed my stops there to manage my risk. Let it run. We didn't even get to that 1 minute. Here we got edged by 2 handles and then just came up, retraced into that gap. We didn't close early. We held for that TP. So 2 contracts came off there. And then I was looking for 1 to run, and I ended up getting stopped to break even. If I got my original fill, I'd still be in this, getting chopped around, just about. But because of my scaling in and then scaling out contracts there, my entry dropped to like 3, it was like here. So, yeah, boys, there's the trade recap. Good trade, 2.2k on the day. Accounts are out of drawdown. The eval's nearly passed. We got $400 more to go. And yeah, things are looking up. Price action's looking good. That's what we love to see. So I'll catch you boys tomorrow.